Yo, what's good everybody? It's your girl Ivy and you tune into Viberz, where we get blazed, feel haze, scroll down memory lane and feel like everything. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. So today I really want to talk to y'all about a couple of things that's been running through my mind, and maybe it's running through y'all's as well. I want to talk about something that, is really personal to me, so excuse me if I can get a little bit emotional or if you hear the shakiness in my voice, because this is my real life. This isn't no fairy tale story. I'm not looking for attention. I'm just a regular person trying to speak out on something, and I feel like everybody needs someone to speak out, because I wish I had somebody a whole lot of different times in my life. So anyways, for me, I want to talk about why we feel so lonely, and I want to talk about why do we feel depressed. Being locked up at home with this whole coronavirus thing, it has everyone on edge. If you look at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the season finale, you see Akbar at the end talking about she's depressed, she's thinking about her career, her kids.
For 14 days eating, gaining my mother way back, talking to y'all ugly ass every mother day, bitch, and I'm tired.
I'm very depressed and I'm very stressed out, and I've been just thinking about my career and my life these past weeks. I know a lot of people dealing with a lot too, so just pray for me as I pray for you guys, and this too shall pass,
Everything that she wasn't thinking about prior to, because she was so busy trying to be on this grind to chase this invisible bag. Because I don't care what anyone say, as hard as we chasing for this bag, you get the money, but then there's still this emptiness that's inside. And I know that to be true, because whenever I'm stable and I'm not in a bad situation, I could always be better, but being in a stable situation, I still feel sad. I still feel depressed. I still have a loneliness inside of me that I yearn to figure out, to connect to somebody, anybody that just could say, yeah, I went through it too, and they relate. Because, look at Kirk and Rashida. They've been married for 20 years or whatever. They just celebrated that, and their son just got arrested and they had to bail him out, and then right after that, boom, they shut down production. They're wondering, what are we gonna do? Kirk literally said, how are we supposed to survive? They built up this whole empire, as I was saying, building up our inner kings and queens, and making something for their children, building a name for themselves, the Frost. And look at what happened. Now they're locked inside the house. They don't know how they're going to maintain their employees between Texas, Atlanta, and their restaurants. There's so many things. Rashida with her clothing stores. There's so many things out there that, just because they're celebrities, don't think that they don't have the same issues we do, because I see through it all. And I feel like we all have the same sadness on the inside. So today, one thing that I want to talk about, to open up to everybody, is, about one time in particular that I was molested. Because being molested, first of all, let me clarify, I've been molested several times in my life. I'm just going to specify on one time in particular. I'm not going to put out any names because this is family, and we're just going to go from there. However, I didn't know how much it was going to affect me. I didn't know how much all those things were going to affect me until now, until I'm, 23, about to be 24. I have a child, and, all these things, all these traumas, they just keep coming back. They keep hitting me. It don't matter how much weed you smoke. It don't matter what you drink. It don't matter how many friends you got. Like, there's still just this emptiness, and we all feel it. I don't care what you say. There's this dirtiness in me that I can't wash off. And I know if you've been molested or raped or anything, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's just dirtiness that's in there, that no shower, no bath, no priest, no one could ever make that dirtiness go away except for you. You gotta feel that. You gotta embrace the fact that it wasn't your fault. It had nothing to do with you. It was on them. So, like I said, it's easier said than done, because most people be like, everybody says that. Oh, you gotta forgive and this and that. But you be like, who the hell are you? Did you get raped? Did you get molested? Was that your cousin? Was that your brother? Was that your uncle? Was that your aunt? Was that your dad? No, it wasn't. So don't tell me how to feel or how to react, because you don't know what I went through. You wonder why we dying so young, why everybody YOLO, and, well, YOLO passed, everybody know YOLO no more, but niggas is literally, it's YOLO. Like, they dying at 20, 21, 19, like, they just, like, they all up in, they're in prison. They're either in prison or they're dying, ODing on drugs, or they're being shot up, killed over this rap shit. But that was me getting off topic. Back to my molestation. At this point, this is the time I was in kindergarten, and my mom and dad had just moved back from New York. We was up there, we were living with family, my aunt and my grandparents up there, and you know, we just came back down to Florida, and we were staying with my mom's other sister, and you know, my mom wasn't staying there because she had 7 kids, so my aunt took all of us in, but my mom had to, you know, figure it out with my dad where they were going to stay. They were in the process of trying to buy a house in Lake Worth. Shout out to Lake Worth. Everybody that know me from Lake Worth was good, period. Nah, but, you know, they were trying to get the house in Lake Worth, and we were in Royal Palm at the time, and, you know, I was in kindergarten. I will never forget it because it was the last day of school, and the thing is, you know, moving from New York back down to Florida, wasn't staying with my mama. My oldest brother would have to take me to school every day with this same cousin, but you know, I would scream and cry profusely, like the whole day, the whole way there, when he leave me, I just cry the whole day at school. I'm just crying, and it was towards the end of the school year, so basically my aunt was just like, just let her stay home, it's the last day. Well, that cousin that went with my oldest brother, every morning to take me to school, because I guess they were in maybe a grade or 2 apart, she was suspended from school. Yes, it was a she, it was a girl. And she was suspended from school because, you know, she was, I don't know, she just got in a lot of trouble. I was in kindergarten. I didn't really comprehend all of that, to be honest with you. But she was suspended from school. She stayed home, and I was home. They let me stay home with her, and we were in my aunt's room, and we were in her bed, and, you know, she was touching me, you know, and she told me to take off my clothes, and she made me get on top of her, and, you know, she made me grind on her, and, like, she was touching my vagina and all this other stuff. And it wasn't like a few minutes because, again, nobody was home. Everybody was at school. My aunt was at work, her husband was at work, and it was just us. So I don't know how long exactly it was going on, but it wasn't like no 2-3 minute thing. It was for a while. And, like, you know, afterwards, I didn't say nothing to nobody because I was in shock, 1. 2, it wasn't my first time being molested by somebody. It was just my first time being molested by a female. I've been molested by other family members, but that was the first time it was a female. I've been molested by other female family members, but, you know, that was the first female in my family that had did that. And, you know, I was only in kindergarten. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because, you know, I have a daughter, and people wonder why I don't put her up on social media, why I don't post shit about her. People might think I'm embarrassed or I feel some type of way, or no, it's that I'm so protective over her because she is so beautiful to me. I don't care what anyone say. She is so beautiful and so perfect and so innocent and so funny, and the family and friends that I trust that I do let around her all fall in love with her because that girl is just, she has no fear, literally. You would never know. You would never know my baby was born prematurely. She is literally a superhero. My rainbow baby, but that's a story for another time. I'm so protective over her because I can't trust anybody. You know, it was my female cousin. Like, I'm in kindergarten, so I was like, what, 6 or 5? She was like 13, 12, something like that. They were in middle school, so, you know, put it like that. It affects me because I don't trust anybody with my daughter. I don't let people change her diaper. Like, I make people get out the room when I'm changing her. Like, even if it's her aunt, I tell them look away. She give her privacy. I make sure that it's only me and her father that, like, changes her and stuff like that. It gives me this type of anxiety because we live in a world today where nobody gives a fuck, to be quite frankly. No one really gives a fuck. And You know, nobody ever talked to me about that. Nobody ever asked me why I felt so sad, or why after like so many times of being molested, why I started playing with vibrators that my mom had. And it wasn't a vibrator, it was actually a massager, a neck massager, and I was using it as a vibrator, and they caught me a couple of times. I was like 7 at the time, and nobody, I guess, thought to put it together that something ain't right. I shouldn't want stimulation at 7 years old. And those are the type of things that make me feel embarrassed and ashamed, and it makes me feel less than, and it makes me feel like judged and dirty, and like, I don't know, like I gotta be better, show better, do better, outdo everything to be perfect, so that everybody could just, you know, see past all the dirt that I see. Because when people see me, they see, I don't know what they see. But when I look in the mirror, I see pain, I see scars, I see cuts, I see bruises. That's what I see. And, you know, and it hurt to talk about this, but I'm saying this because, you know what? I tried to commit suicide 3 times when I was a kid. Before the age of 18, 3 different times tried to commit suicide, tried to OD on pills. Twice when my mama died, tried to drink a whole bottle, no, didn't try, drank a whole bottle of Grey Goose and went and sat in the middle of the damn interstate, because, well, not interstate, it was like a 4-lane road on both sides. I was in Oakland Park when I got the call that my mama was dead, and I just drank the whole thing and sat in the middle of the road, and 18-wheeler was coming, and I was just sitting there crisscross applesauce, like I ain't getting no fucks. I was just ready for it to be over, and I just sat there, and then passed me, and honked the horns, police came, stopped traffic, like it was crazy. My cousin, my older cousin, like my mom's age cousin, had came and picked me up. So I say that to say this: there's somebody who just lost somebody during this coronavirus. There's a daughter that just lost her mother. There's a son that just lost his dad or mom.
My uncle was a healthy guy, but just went to the hospital. He couldn't breathe, and then his body started to shut down. And I'm thinking he's gonna get better. I'm praying he's gonna pull through. I'm like, nah, he's gonna pull through it. Then my mom's called me like, it just went all left and he was gone. Times like these, it really reminds me how important family is, and just being together and really showing love and saying you love somebody every day, because you never know when there's that time for that person to go. So like, I gotta say it now, don't waste my time, because I don't know how much time God has given me.
There's somebody that just lost somebody that meant everything to them. And you know what? I'm sure you sitting back and you thinking about stuff like this, and I know it hurt, but I just want you to know that I'm here, and we can heal together. We could become better together. I just want all y'all to know that we could all become better together, literally. It doesn't take a celebrity, it doesn't take a major movement, it takes one person to start. So I just want to know, are you that person? Are you really that person that wants to wake up, want to become stronger, want to feel like everything is better, want to go to sleep at night and wake up the next morning and not feel so fucking depressed that you just like, why? You know what I'm talking about too. You know, like nothing can solve it. Not no bottle, not no friends, nothing. You just want to be alone. Like, shut my brain off. Cut the fucking thoughts. Shut down. Like, please, cut it off. I don't want to feel it no more. That's what be happening. And I feel like, who can we talk to? So if you can't talk to nobody else, you can talk to me. You can find me on Instagram, Ivy Vibes. You can find me on Snapchat, Ivy Vibes. Find me on YouTube, Ivy Vibes. Find me on Facebook, Ivy Vibes. I'm not gonna sit here and be fake and tell you everything gonna be okay when sometimes shit ain't. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like I said, like my shirt said, bite me, period. You don't like what I had to say, bite me. Family, if you don't like what I had to say, you wanna talk shit in the comments, bite me. I really don't give no fucks. I have to say what I have to say. My story is my story. My truth is my truth. And that's what everybody else in the say. Everybody that watching Ivy Vibes, all the bystanders, even if you're not subscribed and you just like the video, even if you don't like the video and you want to dislike it, but you secretly agree with what I'm saying, bite me. if you feel like you need to come in and comment and judge somebody else on their story. You can't tell somebody else what the hell they feel. You don't have the right, sweetheart, sweetie. You just don't have the right. So, for everybody else, I love you. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like, subscribe, comment, share. And like I said, you can reach out to me on any platform because your girl is always on it. Period. Because I have shit else to do. Because, you know, can't go no fucking where. Anyways, but like I say, you guys, for real, speak up. Say what you have to say. Speak your truth. Because on Ivy Vibes, we're going to have Ask Ivy. Sorry, messed that up. We're going to have Ask Ivy, which is a segment where we, you know, either read the Instagram comments that you guys put in, and we're going to talk about directly what your problem is. And if you want to be shot out, we can. If not, we can leave you anonymous, and I would just go ahead and give you my best advice on how you can get through this shit, because at the end of the day, Ayana ain't answering all of our calls. They only picking what they feel is the juiciest that's going to get them ratings. I'm a regular chick that's just going to talk to you and help you through it, because I know what it's like not to have nobody there. So I'm here. But for all the haters, once again, read my shirt. Read it. You see. Bite me. Period.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Ay, about to go stupid again. She out the roof of the biz. I'm about to